Wishing you good health. I want to share my experience with my colleagues. I purchased this directional antenna for radio communication from the Antenna Market online store. It is designed to operate in the VHF range, which is 136-172 MHz. But later, in the video, I will connect it to the antenna analyzer and we will see exactly where it resonates. This is its transport position. The design of the antenna itself, in my opinion, is very well thought out. Look, the clamp. You unscrew it, you loosen it, you insert it into the grooves, you screw it back. And thus, the elements of the antenna are securely held. That's it. It sits well. It can be very quickly transitioned from transport position to working position. I have never seen such a design before. And what I saw, I really liked. That's it, it's already in working position. Now I will mount this antenna on the pole. Here, one drawback has already emerged. On a pole of this diameter, as you can see, the clamp fits. But if I also install an antenna of a certain length, the clamps are already insufficient. So now I will assemble the antenna without this element. I will say that from my personal and extensive experience of setting up and installing antennas in my life, this option also works. That's it. The antenna is installed. I would also recommend using a wing nut here instead of a regular nut. And then, with the necessary effort, you can tighten the antenna without using a wrench, because at the most critical moment, it may happen that the wrench is not at hand, but the antenna needs to be installed. Here it is, all mounted. And this is how it looks. I have already tested it. I like the results. Now I will show you the matching device. A quarter wave loop is used to match the feeder cable with the dipole. The cable here, I will say right away, is quite cheap, but nonetheless. As you can understand, there is no connector on the cable included. I have already attached a regular TV connector. I understand that this is not the best option. Right now I have nothing at hand. To connect quickly, that's why I decided to do it this way. So, let's connect it. Expert corner. And let's see what it shows us. The bandwidth is quite wide. I get results starting from a frequency of 137,800 up to 17,3,800 with an SWR of less than 2. I think this is a pretty good result for such an antenna. Those who have recently engaged in radio communication in their lives, and there are many such individuals in the UAF, may not know that a directional antenna works much better than a regular pin. With the highest gain coefficient, it works much better for both transmission and reception. So, if you are positioned somewhere and the signal strength is insufficient, or if the height is not enough and you cannot raise it higher, you can just address this problem. The main thing is to securely mount it so that it holds firmly and to direct it precisely towards the subscriber or repeater, and you will achieve much better results than with the same spider or some collinear antenna. Much better. What are the drawbacks? Well, I would prefer if this antenna were painted in some olive color, maybe gray or black. As I understand it, production will indeed take place. Secondly, the cable here is cheap and there isn't much of it. but we are all adults and understand how to deal with this, how this problem can be solved. I didn't find any more drawbacks. I like the antenna. If you need one like this, I will leave the link where it can be purchased under the video. That's all. I wish everyone a peaceful sky above and glory to Ukraine.